Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at Elon Musk's top 10 rules for success. So before we blast off in a SpaceX rocket or take off in a Tesla, why not subscribe and press the notification bell too? Coming up first, we have be the dumbest guy in the room. Obviously, Elon Musk is a super genius. So why on earth would he want to be the dumbest person in the room, and is that even possible? Well, everyone's good at different things. Elon Musk is a great businessman and engineer, but there's always someone who knows more than you about rocket science or cars. And Elon Musk knows this and does not shy away from it. Some leaders want to be the smartest person in every room because they're the leader. But Elon Musk knows it's much better to surround yourself with people better than you. If you're the smartest guy in the room, then you need to surround yourself with smarter people. That's because if you're the smartest person in that room, you're not going to learn anything from these other people. Elon Musk says he builds companies from ideas and energy, but most importantly, making connections with very smart people. For example, he started PayPal with Peter Thiel, who's also a tech billionaire. So even though it sounds counterintuitive, it's much better to surround yourself with smarter people than you. If you're the dumbest guy in the room, then you've surrounded yourself with people you can learn from. And when you're running a car or rocket company, it helps to hire people who know a lot about very specific things. Next up is read to lead. They say the best way to travel in time is to read. Well, nobody believes that more than Elon Musk. What did you read when you were a kid? Harry Potter? An action book? Well, Elon Musk read the entire Encyclopedia Britannica as a child. Elon Musk read the entire encyclopedia to absorb as much information as he possibly could. And even though Elon Musk is older now, he still does this. Elon Musk doesn't just read social media posts or articles. Instead, he reads lots of books in fiction and non-fiction. Of course, reading non-fiction books helps you gain a lot of information. For example, how to build a rocket or a self-driving car. But don't think that fictional books aren't also very important. Getting lost in a fictional book can expand your horizons and give you new insights and ideas. So it's no surprise that some of the world's brightest minds spend a lot of time reading books. Bill Gates says he reads a book every day. Also, billionaire and once the richest man in the world, Warren Buffett, also reads every day too. So think about your reading habits and pick books that will help you out the most. For example, if you need to improve something about yourself, read a self-help book. Or if you need to get some new ideas or inspiration, read a fictional book about something amazing. The next rule we have is don't listen to the little man. You may be wondering what I mean by the little man. Well, I don't mean short people. Elon Musk says when you have an idea about something great, everyone will try to tell you not to do it. Well, one of Elon's rules is to avoid listening to those who tell you to stop trying. Elon said when he made Tesla and SpaceX, some of his best friends tried to discourage him and make him back out of those companies. So as a response, he totally cut them off. He says he works very hard to stay away from any negative influences. And he even says he's had issues with his very own father doing this to him. But against all odds, Elon followed his rules of success and didn't listen to them. And look where he is now, billions of dollars richer, and his companies are thriving. So take this advice on yourself and stay away from any negative influences, whether they're friends, family, or strangers. People will always think small and try and drag you down, so just try and ignore those people. Next up is work for a cause. Have you noticed that everything Elon Musk does isn't just to make money? If he just wanted to make money, he could join a big oil company. But if we look at everything Elon Musk has done, he's been working for a cause. When he made PayPal, he wanted to make payments cheaper and more secure. When he made Tesla, he wanted to get rid of oil, which was destroying the world. And with SpaceX, he's actually following Stephen Hawking's advice. Stephen Hawking says the world has around 200 years before it becomes uninhabitable. Stephen Hawking's last warning was humans must find another planet and inhabit it. And with SpaceX trying to go to Mars and colonize it, that's exactly what Elon's doing. Remember, to work for a cause, you don't have to completely change the world, but you should always try and provide real value instead of just making your own pockets fat. Elon Musk has said himself, if you make something that's high value, that's good enough. He says stuff doesn't need to change the world, it just has to be good. And with pretty much every job, you can look for a positive cause you do. For example, if you're a teacher, you're helping to build the next generation. And if you're a delivery driver, you're helping to save people's lives by delivering medicine and other things to them. So no matter how small your impact on the world is, as long as it's good, this helps to build one amazing Earth. So adopt this mindset and think about what causes you're working for. Next up, we have burn the midnight oil. Elon Musk is famous for working a lot. He actually works around 100 hours a week between his many companies. But Elon Musk says you don't have to go this hard. Elon says he tries to not make himself feel exhausted. However, he has famously slept on the floor of the Tesla factory on many occasions. That's because he was working so much he didn't have enough energy to go home. If you continue at this rate, you may get burnt out. But the rule here is to make sure you always push yourself to do as much as you can. Don't slack off and be lazy, even if you get tempted to do so. And although Elon Musk does burn the midnight oil and stays up late, he does actually remember to get around 6 hours of sleep every night. Doctors say on average we should be getting around 8 hours. But many people do get by fine on 6 or 7 hours. Really though, the rule here is to make sure you always push yourself and never slack off. Next up is do something important. Elon Musk says if you believe in something, it's likely important. So if you have something you really believe you have to do, then make sure you get it done. This can be something in your career or in your personal life. For example, when Elon Musk first invested half of his entire net worth in Tesla, he wasn't sure if it would succeed. Everyone told him the car company was going to fail, as for the past 100 years, every American car company had gone bankrupt. But he believed in his vision, which was to make electric cars attractive and also economical. So that's why he got involved in designing electric cars and making them look amazing. He wanted to do this to protect the environment and make the world a more sustainable place. But the main thing is, he actually believed in his idea. It doesn't have to be something as world-changing as making electric cars the norm. Instead, it could be going against the likely outcome of failure. Elon said he wasn't too worried about failure when he made Tesla, as he believed it was so important. The point is, Elon figured out his calling in life, and that was to make electric cars. It may sound specific, but once you believe in something and you know it's important, then you have to go all out. Next up, we have do what you love. Ask yourself a question, do you love what you do? If you're a doctor, do you love saving lives? Or if you're an accountant, do you love helping people save money? Well, when asked about career advice, Elon Musk will tell you one thing. He says make sure you go into a business or career that you actually like. He says everyone is naturally attracted to some profession. You need to find out what that is, and even if you fail at first or experience setbacks, do not be discouraged. He says if you genuinely love what you do and you have an interest in it, then you will gravitate towards it and improve. You don't have to be a master at it when you first start, but if you really like it, you'll get good. If you don't like what you do, then you won't be focused enough and you will be easily distracted. This will mean you're pretty much set up for failure, as you don't actually enjoy doing what you do every day. He also recommends people do not just go for the money. For example, if you have two options, a career you really don't like which pays a lot and a career you do love which doesn't pay much. He says you should always pick the career you actually like that doesn't pay as much. That's because, he says, as corny as it sounds, money really does not buy you happiness. And with a net worth of $26 billion, he should know. Next up is look for problem solvers. Once somebody asked Elon Musk how to hire people for their company. He responded by simply saying, look for people who can solve problems. He actually has a way to figure out who's a problem solver and who's not. He asks people questions and sees how they solve them in layers. He says people who solve things at the deepest layers are the ones really solving the problem, whereas those who only solved the problem on a surface level weren't really that involved. So when hiring for your company or looking for people to surround yourself with, look for those who can solve a problem. Elon Musk says there's around 20 big problems every day at his companies. And if it weren't for the amazing problem solvers he's hired, his companies would have shut down a long time ago. And finally, Elon Musk's last rule is never give up. This one kind of sounds like a given, but Elon Musk has a very unique experience when it comes to never giving up. Elon Musk has invested over $10 billion of his own money in things which have failed. SpaceX failed 6 different missions. On mission number 7, if it failed, then the company would need to be shut down. Amazingly, despite this, Elon Musk put billions of his own money into the company. And after 6 fails, the 7th mission was a success. The point is, Elon Musk didn't give up after 1 fail, 2 fail, or 6 fails. He kept going and put all of his money and resources into something he believed in. Today, SpaceX is the largest private producer of rockets in the world. And it also receives the most contracts out of any company from NASA. Because Elon Musk didn't give up those 6 previous times, SpaceX may now change the entire planet. That's right, SpaceX is in the process of colonizing Mars. And if Professor Stephen Hawking's final warning before he passed was correct, we'll need to live on Mars in a few hundred years. Who knows, Elon Musk may be the leader of the next planet we inhabit. And it's all thanks to him following these rules that I listed for you today. Remember, you don't need to change the world and colonize Mars, but I'm pretty sure everyone can use these rules for success in their very own lives. The Elon Musk-Jeff Bezos feud explained. So first we should look at who are Musk and Bezos. Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have been in the news a lot recently. That is because they're two very eccentric billionaires. They both live in the USA. Jeff Bezos is from the USA and Elon Musk is from South Africa. Elon Musk's net worth is $17.9 billion. But that's quite small compared to Jeff Bezos' net worth, as he's the #1 richest man in the world. His net worth is a ridiculous $150 billion. Elon Musk made his money making things like PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX, while Jeff Bezos is known for the thing everyone uses every day, Amazon.com. But the Musk-Bezos feud actually revolves around another company Jeff owns, and it's not Amazon. Instead, it's his space company, Blue Origin, you may not have heard of before. So let's look at how their feud started. Well, the two first met in 2004. At this point, there was no conflict between the two billionaires. They met to discuss their respective space companies. Elon Musk had just launched SpaceX, and Bezos had just launched Blue Origin. Over very expensive food and wine, they talked rockets and going to Mars. So that's why the feud started, as they have rival companies. But in 2013, things started to heat up in this rivalry. That is because NASA were no longer going to be using a launch complex named 39A. This launch pad, 39A, is a historic launch pad for space exploration. So when Musk realized 39A was up for grabs, he went for it. He actually met with Obama, who was president at the time, and said, "Look how great our rockets are." He said, "Let SpaceX use this launch pad and we'll take space exploration to a new level." But Bezos also wanted this launch pad, so he played dirty. He actually launched an official complaint with the government to stop Elon Musk getting the launch pad. Elon then publicly called out Jeff Bezos, saying he was using a phony tactic to block them getting the launch pad. But eventually the government denied Jeff Bezos' complaint and gave the pad to Elon Musk. He signed a 20-year deal to have this launch pad, so it's Musk 1, Bezos 0. But if you think things ended there, then you would be wrong. Instead, they only got worse. As a response to losing the launch pad, Bezos tried to stop Elon Musk making any rockets. He filed a patent for reusable rockets. This would mean every time SpaceX wanted to make a reusable rocket, they'd have to pay Jeff Bezos millions. And it would mean that Blue Origin, Bezos' company, would be the only company allowed to make reusable rockets for free. It's no secret Elon Musk is very smart, and also very out there. So he did something very strange, funny, and also very smart to beat this patent. Elon Musk tracked down an old Russian sci-fi movie going back from 1959. This movie is called The Sky Beckons, and it's very obscure and nobody knows about it. But Elon tracked it down and showed in it they had reusable rockets. So he basically proved Jeff Bezos was not the first person in the world to think of that idea. And because he presented this evidence, it meant Bezos did not get the patent for reusable rockets. Now, Elon Musk was happy to be winning all of these battles, but he still was kind of annoyed at Jeff for trying to mess up his rocket company not once, but twice. So that's why in an interview he publicly dissed Jeff Bezos. He did this in a playful way, but I can't help but think there was some anger behind it secretly. In an interview with the BBC, an interviewer said to him, "You're very competitive and you're competing with Jeff Bezos." In response, Elon then shrugged and said, "Jeff who?" Of course he was being playful, but I'm sure there's still some serious rivalry between these two billionaires. But he then did it in an even more public fashion on Twitter. In 2015, Blue Origin landed its first reusable rocket. Jeff Bezos was very pleased with this, and he made a tweet saying, "The rarest of beast, a reused rocket. Controlled landing was not easy, but when done right, it can look easy." But Jeff's bragging did not last long until Elon Musk replied. He said congrats to Jeff and the Blue Origin team for achieving this. But he also said there's a big difference between a space rocket and an orbital rocket. He said what Jeff did needed 9 units of energy, but what he needed was 900. That's because Jeff built a space rocket while Elon built an orbit rocket. So basically, Elon said what Jeff did is 100 times less impressive than what he's doing. And then 1 month later, Elon Musk did exactly that and brought back his orbital rocket. Also in 2019, there was another Twitter diss from Elon Musk. Jeff Bezos said he was launching thousands of satellites into space to get better internet. However, Elon Musk already has a company named Starlink which was going to do exactly that. So when Jeff Bezos announced this, Elon Musk put out a tweet saying copycat. He was also sure to put a full stop before the @name so that everyone saw this and embarrassed Jeff. Clearly Jeff was now getting quite annoyed, so he then struck back. During a private lecture, Bezos took the opportunity to take a dig at Musk. He said, "My friends who want to move to Mars, I say do me a favor. Go live on the top of Mount Everest for a year first and see if you like that, because it's a garden paradise compared to Mars." Basically, he was saying Elon's idea of colonizing Mars is way too ambitious and ridiculous. He said that living on Mars would make living on Mount Everest seem like a paradise. But Elon Musk is known to think big and find a way to do what seems impossible. So if anyone can work out a good way to live on Mars or Mount Everest, I'm sure it's Elon Musk. But now let's look at who will actually win this feud. It seems like so far Elon Musk has been winning. After all, he won the lease for the Launchpad 39A. He also fought off Jeff Bezos trying to patent reusable rockets. And I think he's done many more public disses to Jeff Bezos than Jeff has done to Elon. However, it's clear both men have some difficulties going on right now. Elon Musk is being investigated by the FTC. Not only that, many people are betting against Tesla to fail. Every single American car company in the past 100 years has gone broke except Tesla. But many say Tesla could be ahead of its time and will soon go broke. But don't think Jeff Bezos' life is problem-free. He recently got a divorce from his wife. This is after rumors he actually had an affair with an American actress. This has wiped out around half of Bezos' net worth. Don't get me wrong, he'll still be crazy rich, but will it halt the growth of Amazon? Also, many big politicians want to break up big companies such as Amazon. Potential future president Elizabeth Warren vows to break up Amazon. She says it's got way too big, out of control, and is a monopoly. So really, we're not actually sure who's going to win this feud. Jeff Bezos needs to make sure he still has lots of money coming in without his companies being broken up. And Elon Musk needs to make sure his companies don't go out of business. But the great thing about this is it's sparking competition which will get humanity further and further into space. Many top analysts have predicted that by 2050 we'll have made it to Mars. It's pretty crazy to think that in a few decades some of us may be living on the red planet. But for now, all we can do is sit back, enjoy the popcorn, and watch this feud take place before our very eyes. At 12, secret photos from Elon Musk's deleted Instagram. Coming in at number 12, we have Throwback. Despite Elon Musk being a very successful entrepreneur, he says he sees himself more as an engineer. He does a ton of engineering work on his rockets for SpaceX and his cars for Tesla. Well, it seems even back when he was 18, he was already kind of an engineer. This image is a throwback image he posted of him taken at 18. That's right, he looks very similar to how he does nowadays. As you can see, he's wearing both a cowboy hat and also a worker's hard hat. But this was actually at his grandparents' house back in South Africa where he's from. He said many times his grandfather has showed him how to be an engineer. He had a ranch and would do everything himself and fix and make everything all by himself. This gave Elon that initial interest in engineering which sparked all of his ventures we know and love today. Next up is Pickle Musk. Are you guys a fan of Rick and Morty? If so, then I'm sure you have a genius IQ. But it seems Elon Musk is a real genius who loves Rick and Morty. As you can see, Elon Musk a few months ago posted on Instagram a picture of him and another man. If you guys don't know who this is, it's actually Justin Roiland. He is one of the creators of the cartoon Rick and Morty. Elon Musk is a big fan, and seeing as they often go to different worlds and travel around in space, this is right up Elon's alley. So it only makes sense for these guys to pose in front of some images of space. Justin Roiland and some others from the Rick and Morty crew actually visited Elon Musk at the SpaceX offices. We all know Elon Musk is one busy man, but it seems he does build in some time for his favorite cartoon makers. Next up we have Kiss. So this is a photo Elon Musk deleted before he even deleted his Instagram account. If you're wondering who the woman he's eating with is, it's actually Amber Heard. If you guys don't know who Amber Heard is, she's basically a very famous actress who's been in things like Aquaman and Justice League. And for some time, Amber and Elon were actually going out. Now, Elon Musk is known for getting through a lot of wives. He's been divorced a bunch of times and has had many girlfriends only for a few weeks sometimes. Right now he's going out with singer Grimes, but this was back when he was with Amber Heard. Now, many people didn't realize this, but as you can see, he's actually got a lipstick mark on his cheek. It seems Amber has been giving him a few kisses while they were eating dinner. This was actually what confirmed his relationship after a lot of paparazzi speculation. But after the couple split, Elon deleted this image and unfollowed Amber too. Next up we have not a flamethrower. So we all know Elon Musk's product, the flamethrower, or as it says in its box, not a flamethrower. These flamethrowers were actually made just to fund his other company, the Boring Company. This company drills tunnels underneath LA to help with traffic. All of these flamethrowers he sold out very quickly. And he even made one very hilarious Instagram video to promote his new product. As you can see, he turns on his flamethrower and then runs right at his cameraman with it. This is something you'd see in David Dobrik's vlogs all the time, but not something you'd imagine a billionaire would be doing. I guess it goes to show, even if you have billions of dollars, fire is still a lot of fun. You just have to make sure you have the safety and engineering knowledge like Elon Musk does before messing with it. Coming up next, we have Evil Genius. So many people have said that Elon Musk may actually be an evil genius. After all, he is a billionaire and is trying to colonize Mars. Stephen Colbert actually asked Elon if he was an evil genius, but Elon said no. But if you look at this image posted to his Instagram before it was deleted, you may change your mind. As you can see, Elon Musk looks like a James Bond villain in this image. He's doing the classic evil pose right out of Austin Powers. And he's even posing with that signature bad guy cat. Although something tells me this cat is not real. I'm not sure why he had this cat or why he was dressed like this for the image. But it definitely did make him look like an evil genius when he posted it to Instagram. Next up is most liked photo. So out of all the hundreds of images Elon Musk posted on Instagram, which image was his most liked one? Well, his photo that got the most likes was actually a picture of himself in Turkey. He was posing in front of Ataturk at Enkambia. This is some kind of monument in Turkey, and he posed for the photo at sunset. It made for a great photo and got over 1.4 million likes, making it his most liked photo. Next up we have Cowboy Musks. Now, the reason why I said Musks here instead of just one Musk is because there's two. If you're wondering who the other guy in the image is, it's Elon's brother, Kimball Musk. Kimball Musk owns various farms and does ranching. Because of this, he wears a cowboy hat, and it seems he brought along one for Elon as well. Elon and his brother were actually on the set of the TV show Westworld. This is a futuristic HBO TV show which many people love. And when it comes to Elon Musk, he loves all things futuristic. So it only makes sense for him and his brother to visit the set of this very futuristic TV show. Let me know whether you guys have heard of Elon Musk's brother and whether you guys like the TV show Westworld. Coming up next is family time. So despite Elon Musk being a super busy billionaire, he does still make time for family. However, these images did get kind of awkward later on, so he did delete them before deleting his whole account. In 2017, Amber Heard was filming the movie Aquaman. She was doing this in Australia, so Elon and the kids went to visit her. During one point in the trip, they visited the Sydney Opera House, which is a great sight to see. That was when Amber Heard and Elon Musk's kids began kidding around. They were messing around and having a ton of fun, and Elon Musk put the events on Instagram. But after Amber Heard and Elon Musk split, things got kind of awkward, so Elon deleted the images. It's kind of sad because it does seem like Elon Musk's many kids really did get on well with Amber. But I guess the relationship had to come to an end, so Elon Musk got rid of these images. Next up we have voter. So the 2017 election in the USA was one of the most important in the past 10 years. It had one of the highest turnouts and got a ton of press coverage. That is mainly because of the very unusual candidates that were running. Well, Elon made sure to show off that he voted in the elections. He took his I voted sticker that you get in the USA and put it on his head. He then returned to his desk at the Tesla offices and took this selfie. Now, I'm not sure exactly who he voted for, but many people said he likely voted Democrats. Despite Tesla donating to both the Democrats and the GOP, he's apparently very liberal. His ex-wife described him as being fiscally conservative but socially liberal, and he's also spoken out various times against Donald. He even left his advisory board after the USA pulled out of the Iran deal. So it's safe to say that we can work out exactly who Elon voted for. And finally on this list, we have selfie. So you may think that only young kids take selfies. But despite Elon being in his late 40s, he still takes the occasional selfie. But it's not just in his bedroom. Instead, this is on the top of a gigafactory. As you can see, he's catching the sunrise on top of the Tesla Gigafactory. This is one of the largest factories in the USA, and as you can see from this satellite image, it's absolutely huge. This is one cool selfie in a location many people will never get to go to. So guys, those were the most interesting images from Elon Musk's now deleted Instagram. And you guys will likely never be able to see these images ever again as they've been removed from the internet. Who knows, maybe Elon will come back to Instagram sometime in the future. But seeing as he's got a major beef with the Instagram owner Mark Zuckerberg, that will likely not be happening.